Hey everyone, it's Jill, and we're continuing our Programming One-on-One series, and today we're talking about audiences. Throughout the school year, our groups can perform for a variety of functions and groups of people, and it's important to keep those groups in mind when we are choosing literature. Here are a few different groups of people that I have programmed for in the past, you may program for in the future, and what I like to consider when I know we're going to be performing for them. Number one, the home crowd. That's your family and friends, the people who are coming to your concerts who have people that they love in your ensemble. These are the most diverse and fun programs to me because it's a lot of variety. I like to program in things that are art music and pop music. I try to mix in something that might be familiar to a lot of people, whether that is pop, whether it's folk music, whether it's something that's classical but very famous that they might know from Bugs Bunny. And my goal with these types of performances is to make sure that every person walks out of that concert having heard something that they absolutely loved and will remember. Group number two, very important, festival adjudicators. This will often be your most discerning crowd. So you want to program something that is very art music focused, but will give your kids the opportunity to show off their strengths, their emotional maturity, their technical facility, but most importantly, to make sure that their musicianship is heard. Because above all, even though judges are looking for a list of items that they want to hear great music. Next up is community performances. These might be folks that aren't necessarily coming to your concerts, but they're going to hear your group at things like athletic events, parades, graduations, and they're an important group. Because they're not hearing you all year long and maybe only might hear you one or two times, it's important to create that good buzz in the community with this group. And because of this is where I tend to program things that are maybe a little bit technically easier, but are going to make your ensemble sound good and strong, because that good buzz that people get from hearing you at that event will do a world of good for your program's public relations. Finally, another group that you might perform for are students from your feeder programs, whether that's incoming beginners that have never played or sang in an ensemble before, or students who are just younger. If you have a middle school that's feeding you, you might be going out to those schools to perform for incoming students. You might think this sounds easy. It's just, a bunch of young kids. They'll be impressed with whatever we throw out there, but not necessarily. This is an important group to program for. And let me tell you, the younger the kids get, the more they love drama. You want to shoot for something that has high contrast, high drama, high intensity. Kids love things like film scores and anything that's kind of programmatic and got a lot of just drama to it. So dig in and find something that they're really going to be attracted to. You want those kids to come out of your concert thinking not only, oh, I like that concert, but I can't wait to do that someday. So if you have a work you really, really want to perform, do me a favor and make sure you consider who wants to hear this and then put it on the appropriate program. That's all for today. We'll see you next week when we're going to be talking about concert flow. Catch you next time.